So I'm here today at Exeter Racecourse with a group of exhibitors who have committed marketing investment and time in order to exhibit at the Southwest Business Expo show in November. The reality is, you have to invest in marketing and lead generation if you're going to get the sales results you want. And in the video, I'm going to share with the exhibitors some ideas on how they can sell more effectively and get better results when they're on the stand and working with the exhibitors that come to the show. It's a great chance for me to talk to them about how they can improve their sales, and the video is going to focus on showing value and how you can engage with prospects, understanding them before you start to try and sell what you do. Let's take a look at the video and see what the ideas I shared with the exhibitors here and what you can take from that can help you and your business get the results you want. So good morning, everyone. Good morning. How are we? Are we good? So before I start these presentations, I always ask, who loves selling? Okay. Who hates selling? Thank you. A couple of people. Who's a bit in the middle of the bit? Okay. And who hasn't put their hand up? Okay. So look, I'm going to talk through some stuff today around how you can get the most from the Expo from a sales perspective. In fact, I might not even use this. Can everyone hear me at the back without that? Or would you prefer the microphone?
They can't hear you. They didn't answer.
Rubbish. Okay, I'll use it. So I'm going to talk through some stuff around how we make some sales from this business. Because ultimately, who here has just invested just on the hope that everything's going to work out okay? Okay, can I come and talk to me afterwards? We can have a chat. But the reality is we have to take action in sales. And one of the things I always say to people is, and I'll do some introductions around who I am, but we have to take action. The percentage chance of businesses buying from us without us doing anything is 0. But we also have to take the right action. This is one of my favourite slides ever. I told you it was a fucking hunting season, Doreen. The point being is this, we have to take the right action. It's not just any good taking any old action, it's about what's the right action to take that can enable us to win business. And what I'm going to talk through for the next half hour is some things I think you need to do ahead of the event, on the event, and actually some elements around what sales and successful sales looks like. So, a couple of things for me. I've got a background in sales and marketing, run a company, I own a software company, but I now focus on doing sales mentoring and sales coaching. I help people sell more effectively, and I've talked to a few people at the start. Sales is a thing that worries many people. We all think, oh, I don't know how to do it, and I don't know whether to do it. I don't want to be a pushy, and oh, I don't want to be this sort of person that's the horrible salesperson. And I help people understand that sales isn't about that. Good sales is done in the right way with your client or your prospect benefiting from what it is that you do. And so I provide results to my clients, help them drive revenue, help them grow, improve their skills, grow revenue number, and there's a number of clients I work with. And I also provide lots of free content. So if, for example, from today, you thought he was all right, that guy at the front that Dave brought in, he wasn't too bad. There's lots of stuff, resources. If you search for James White Sales on social media, I do videos every week. I do lots of free resources to help you get better at selling. Because ultimately, sales is the most important thing in your business. Who here is actually in a sales role? Okay, so you guys, I'm bowing down to you. You are the champions of your business. You are. And fundamentally, whether people like it or not, what is a business without sales? Nothing. It's a charity. Nothing wrong with charities, by the way. What an introduction. Sorry? Well, there you go, exactly that. So, and what an introduction. How can I follow that? If you want sales inspiration, this lady, I forgot your name, apologies. Nikki, there you go. Nikki should be up here doing this rather than me. But the point is this. If you want lots of advice on how to sell and get better sales results, then there's lots of videos on how to use the right questions and do things in the right way, which I'll provide. But what we want to do is how can you make the most of the investment in the show? Because as I said, you've put money in. You've put this resource in. You don't want to be, and Dave doesn't want you to be in a position where 2 months after the show, and Dave and his team and Annabelle come back to you and say, "God, we've got the dates for Southwest Business Expo 2020. And you go, yeah, okay, yeah, thanks. We'll give it some thought. And this lady knows how to sell, but you'll give it some thought because it didn't have the impact for you that you wanted. And what's the reason why people don't buy things? Don't like you? It's a good one, yeah? They don't know you've got things. Okay.
They're not ready to buy.
They're not ready to buy, great point. No money. There's always money. I don't agree with that. There's always money. There's always money. They don't know they want it. Okay, I like it, yeah? Thank you, really great. Don't see the value of your product. Didn't make it easy for you to buy. This is the best audience I've ever had. You guys don't need me being here. You guys are already. But the reality people don't buy is they can't see it working for them. They're in a position where they are now, and what you offer, they can't see it. They just think it's not going to make a difference in their world. They just think, this isn't going to do what I want it to do. And ultimately, our job as business and salespeople is to help them move through that gauge. So here are some of the things that I think you've got to do, and I'm going to encourage you to do as part of your investment in the show. And whether you're working directly for a business or whether you've got a business that you own here, these are some of the tips that I'm going to say to you I think you need to focus on if you're going to really make a difference and get the best from the event. So the first thing is this: talk about outcomes and not about what you do. So there's a great quote from Theodore Levitt: people don't buy the drill, they buy the hole. Okay? And think about that, yeah? People aren't buying exactly what you do, they're buying the impact and the outcome it will have for them. So, but most of the marketing and the outcomes that people do, they talk about, oh, we do this, here's feature X, here's this, we've got all these different things, blah, blah, blah. It matters nothing compared to the outcome that it gives them. So our goal in sales is to focus on the outcomes and how it can make a difference in their world. And who's got a business, who wants to give me a little chance to pitch? Who's got a business that they want to, go on, who's brave that wants to say what their business does? There you go, sir, yep.
So my name's Bob. I work for a company called Triangle Networks, and what we do is we provide ultra-fast internet. What does that do? It's an enabler to allow you to do whatever you wish in your business. So use recruiting services.
Okay, so the outcome of using your service, Bob, is what? People can laze at home on their laptop and work from home and say, I'm not feeling well? There you go. Exactly. But the point is, what's the outcome? Focus on the outcome of what you do and the impact that you have with people. It makes a massive difference. And too many people at events will generally talk about themselves and what they do and not focus on the impact it has for their prospect or their customer. So really think about that. A great exercise I encourage you all to do is, if you haven't done that or do it as a business, literally spend some time right now. What impact does it have? I don't sell sales mentoring. I sell fat bank balances. I sell happiness. That's what I sell. I sell happiness. I sell people feeling better about where their businesses are at the end of the month because they know they've won more business. What I actually do is something different to that, so it's the outcome that's key. Second thing is, look at how you can stand out from the crowd. Who do you notice more? Yeah? And are you going to come to this event and you're going to be the same as everyone else, or are you going to actually do something that's a little bit different? For those of you that come to my stand on the show, I'm doing something a little bit different. Won't tell you what it is because that'll be giving it away, but the point is I'm doing something a little bit different. Why? Because I want you to think, oh, that was a bit different. Try and be a bit distinctive. Try and be a bit about who you are and what you're about. But also do that in a way that makes other people think, oh, they were good. Have you been to Stand X? Try and be different. Whether it's you've got, I don't know, a bucket load of chocolate, I don't care, whatever it is, you can do it, and you can do it quite cost effectively. Do something that makes you stand out from the crowd. Get people talking about you. That's not me, by the way. I wish I was that slim. But the point is this: get people talking about you. Get people talking about what you do and what your business does. Oh, you know the guys at so-and-so, they do this, they've been doing this. They've got a really great idea around this, this, and this. Get people talking about you. I'm not suggesting, Dave, where's Dave? I'm not suggesting you're going to get people streaking through the show. That would be wrong. There you go. If you want to start the lead, you lead, Dave, you lead. That's fine. But there you go. Did I hear something? Oh, hello. Hello? Hello? Did I? Right, okay. See, the problem with me, Dave, was when you start doing these things, who would like to see, hands in the air, would like to see Dave streak at the show for charity? Okay, so I'm going to ask you a little thing as well, because we're raising money for hospice. I'm going to start with £200. Who else would put a £10 in if Dave does it? Because then we have a charity donor. Who else would put £10 in? Right, so can anyone start calculating? I think we've potentially got nearly £400. Right, Dave. So there's a cheque for £400 ready to go to the hospice for you to streak. I suggest it's at the end of the day, not the start of the day. Sorry? Do you know one of the most amazing things I've ever seen, the most cleverest ideas I've ever seen? So if I've been to Las Vegas and go down to Fremont Street, is a reverse stripper. Oh, it's brilliant. This guy was literally... Yeah, he was a big lad, and yeah, he was carrying some weight, and literally he was a reverse stripper. He started off in literally a Borat costume, was dancing. People had to put money in to put clothes on. Brilliant. So I'm not saying that's you, Dave, but just in case, it could well be that. No, it's good. So get others talking about you. Get others thinking about what it is you do and how you do it. And get them just thinking, oh, those guys there are great. Be prepared. Yeah? Be prepared. Be in a position where you've got people going, right, we've got this happening. You know the event. When's the date of the event? Who here in the room is a project manager of some sort, or got project management skills? Anyone here? There we go. Oh, there we go, sir. So up you get. This is a chance for you to pitch. So what's your service?
So we provide business cost reduction and bid writing and project management.
Fantastic, project manager. So what's the skill of a project manager? What would a project manager normally do? Give me one minute idea of what they can do to make sure they're better prepared.
I think the main thing is organisation skills, understanding what the business is doing, what it needs, and what the aim is.
Brilliant, fantastic. So be prepared. Great, thank you very much. If you've got brochures to do, if you've got events, activities, if you've got stands to pop up to get those things done ahead of time. Don't do what, and I have to say I've been in that position myself, don't leave it till the day before and think, shit, what have we done for tomorrow? Yeah? Do that preparation. If it's important to you, you'll spend time doing it. So be prepared, put some effort in, put some time in, do a bit of planning. Who here has got some ideas of what they want to do and think, I just need to bounce some ideas? Talk to other people, talk to me afterwards. I've got some ideas and stuff you want to do. Bounce it off me. I'm happy to. The point is, do your preparation and get stuff ready so you're prepared to make the most of the event itself.
James, talk about being prepared. I have a milk tin. Guess what's going in there today from people's pockets?
£200 or £10 for the Dave? Yeah.
Right, as you leave.
Those that voted to see Dave's streak. So yeah, it's slightly weird. I'm now thinking I'm weird for putting £200 in. It's as if I've got some sort of man love day for you, but it's not. It's just I love charity and I'm prepared to support charity. So look, let's just talk a little bit. Those are things I think you can do to be prepared. And Bracken are going to give you all the things you need to know about marketing yourselves, but that's on the day itself. But what does it take to sell successfully? So what I want to do is, sales isn't this anymore. Who's seen this sort of image before of the old car? So, all right, mate, how much you got? Which one do you want? That's not sales anymore. That form of sales went out a long time ago when social media and reviews and the whole way in which people talk started to come about it. You have to be thinking about sales in a different way. And I believe sales is now about this. It's about service. What can you do that you can give someone that makes someone think, do you know what, they're really helpful. They're really useful, those guys. They've given me something of value. They're really actually helping me. I like them. Jordan Belfort, has anyone seen The Wolf of Wall Street? He will talk about three things, like your company, you, and your product or service. And how do you build that like? By giving someone of value. If you help someone, if you give them a white paper, a document, whatever it is, they're going to think that's quite useful. And actually the wrong way to sell, and we'll talk about that in a moment, is to actually talk at people. The other thing is offer this idea of value. So obviously this one didn't work for me, but the reality is give something of value. Give a white paper, give a guide, give a guide. One of the best guides I've ever seen was a wine guy who literally said a downloadable document that literally was how to choose the right wine at a restaurant. I was like, I'm in, because I wanted to know how to do it, because most of the time we all go, oh, not top, not bottom, middle, yeah? But the reality is, well, if you like me anyway, but the point is, you've got to give people a value. Give something that people think that's interesting and useful, and you've got a far better chance of them actually wanting to engage with you and your company and start to be in a position where they think, yeah, I'm prepared to give them my name and email address in order to be able to then do something and potentially engage with them. And you can't sell to them straight away, as this gentleman says here, too right. But the point being is, that's a starting point. You can't do anything unless you have someone's contact details, unless you have their information to be able to then go and engage afterwards. So start looking at value and add what value you can add to your prospects now. And if you think they should just buy from me regardless, then I'm afraid you're going to be in for a difficult couple of days in the event. And it's going to be difficult to sell if you can't add value beforehand. So the other thing is, why do people buy? So I'll give you away. There are only two reasons why people buy. What are they?
Cost-effective saving.
Blimey hell, cost-effective saving. I like that. Yeah, okay. So, I like where you're going. There's two main words I'm going to use.
They have an issue or a problem.
They have a problem is definitely one. So people have a problem. I've given this click is too quick. They have a problem. There are two reasons why people buy things. The first is they have a problem with something or something in their business they want solved. So it might be in the case you just mentioned there, cost reduction. They have a problem that their costs are too high and they want to reduce that. That's fine. That may be their problem. Or they have a want. So they have a want. People say it's about a need. It's not a need. I don't need a Caribbean cruise. I want a Caribbean cruise. Yeah? I don't need a new plant supplier. I might want a new plant supplier. Who's a plant supplier lady? £5 later, thank you. But the point is, it's about problems and wants. And I challenge anyone in the room, I've done this in all the events I've done, it comes down to one of those two things. And if you can't define what that is enough, people will not, or you will struggle to sell what you do. So define what it is they want or their problem. And our job as business people and business owners and salespeople is to help them define that. And the third thing is, like me, they have an aspiration. That's the only time I'm going to get a six-pack. Chris, my colleague, is more chance of getting a six-pack than me, but the point is that's my aspiration. But joking aside, that's a want. I might want a six-pack, not going to happen. But the thing is this, focus on the problem or the want that you solve. If you don't, it's a difficult challenge. The second thing is this, people feel you understand them. You've got to be able to understand them. You've got to be able to really say who they are. There's a great quote that I talk to people a lot about from Stephen Covey. Seek first to understand before being understood. And if you at the event focus on trying to talk at people, I'm going to talk through some stuff you need not to do, and literally tell people about you before they've engaged, it becomes a challenge. Focus on understanding people. Third thing is this, they need to believe in what you do. They need to believe that you can solve their problem or want. If they believe, and they think, God, do you know what, that George guy, it's George, isn't it, we met earlier on? George, he's brilliant. By the way, George is a brilliant commercial property lawyer. There we go. I've given you a chance to really get, I think he could help me. I really believe he could help me get that property thing sorted and commercially. I think he could help me with that. What's the final thing that matters when it comes to sales? Trust. They've then got to trust you to make that happen. They've then got to think, they've got the problem, they understand them, I believe that George can solve it, and then I trust him that I'm going to give him my money and he's going to deliver something back the other side. Remember what I said to you, they're there and they can't picture where they're going to get to. And they've got to trust that you're going to walk with them and take them on that journey for whatever you do and sell. So these are the things we've got to do in order to sell. And I use these words and I say to you, whatever you do from today or from the event, focus your business on these 5 words, the problem or the want, understanding, belief and trust. They are, without a doubt, the key elements to sales success. And this as well is the final thing. What's the difference in these 2 pens? Anyone know what the pen on the left is? Mont Blanc. What's it? Obviously everyone knows. What's the difference between the 2? Yeah, exactly. 2.5. Well, you've got a big Mont Blanc pen. Actually, that's a bad thing to say to a man in an event. Sorry, this is getting in the right old place. But no, the point is this. Why would anyone buy this compared to that?
Because they use my finance to get it.
Oh, this is another man that's looking for a pitch. Here's a finance pitch. We'll do something. Emotion, exactly. You've got to appeal to people's heart. People buy things when they're emotionally engaged. You've got to tick the box. You've got to appeal to their head, but you have to appeal to their heart. You have to make them go, wow, oh my gosh. Do you know what? That tablecloth would look amazing on my... I'm trying to get around all the providers, as you can see. But that tablecloth would look amazing. How would that make me look? Oh, it would make me look amazing if I had that on my stand. Oh my God, or that printing company, if I delivered that, people would think, oh, I'm the best thing in the world. You've got to appeal to their heart. And we do that by understanding who they are and what they're about and getting to know what matters to someone. That's where we go back to the understanding part. And in the sales process, I talked to you about sales and the activity. 70% of your time should be spent in this part of the process. Not that one. Not that one. That part. 70% of your time is about understanding people, who they are, asking the right questions so that you can then be in a position to know what matters to them. And where most businesses go badly wrong is they literally skip over this. And guess what? 'Cause it's about me. I want to talk about me. Oh, look what I've got. Look what I've got. It's not about you. It's about them and what they want to come from, what they want to gain from it. So we've got to appeal to their heart and we've got to appeal to their head as well. So here's 6 things to do on the 20th of November. So practical tips you can take on the day. First one is be a bit positive. Yeah? Smile and have a bit of positivity. Yeah, welcome to my stand. Yeah, I don't have much to say. I'm not particularly interested in, but please buy my product. Thanks, great. Or great to meet you. Hi, how you doing? What's up with you? Tell me what's happening in your day today. What have you found the show? What's been useful? Blah 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 blah. Whatever the question is, be positive. People have 7 seconds now to make a judgment on you and who you are to know whether they want to be in a position to carry something on and make that assumption and like you to know whether it's going to carry on from there. So be positive, be upbeat, be actually someone that people think, oh, I really enjoyed talking to that person. They were really great, they were nice. They weren't just focused on themselves, they were a nice person. Ask questions and get to know people. So I have a date on my website, go to my YouTube channel, James White Sales. I have a 12-stage dating model, why sales is like dating. Who here's been on a date recently? Anyone going to own up? Okay, no, everyone's happily married. I'm not talking about my relationship in this event, no. But, but the point is this. Actually, I know someone's lying. Chris, you've been on a date recently, you see? So I know you're lying with that. But the point is, if you went on a date with someone, and all they did is just say, yeah, I'm great, yeah, and I'm brilliant, and yeah, for the first half hour they talked at you, what would you do? Walk home. You'd be like, get me away from this person as fast as possible. So why is it suitable in sales? It's not. Okay? Get to know them. Ask questions. On my website, I have a guide you can download called 42 questions to ask people. And ask them the questions. Tell me how you found the show. What type of business are you? What are the key things you're looking to achieve over the next few months? Where do you want to go with your business over the next few months? What are the challenges you've got? And I say to people, use what I call Kipling questions. How, what, where, why, when, tell me more, rather than, do you want to buy something from me? If you get what I would call closed answer questions, you'll get closed responses. You tap into people's emotions by finding out what there's going on in their world, what's happening. So ask the questions, get to know them. And of course, we all know, Home has done events before, we've had the person come into our stand and think, oh no, please don't talk to me. Yeah, because it's that, excuse my French, Dave, I'm sure there's no weirdos that come to the event, but there's always that person that comes in, oh, please don't, oh no, she's talking to me, he's talking to me. We all have it, we all know, we've all been there. But do you know what? And this is, I'll come on to it in a moment, don't just try and, yeah, sure you can go and do other things, but just get to know someone. Be amazed at what you learn. Listen with intent. One of the best skills of salespeople, and people talk to me about what makes successful salespeople. What do you think some of the attributes of a successful salesperson? Likability, I love that. What else? Listening, exactly that. And people say to me, oh, James, you're confident, you can go. The best salespeople have 2 ears, and my dad's always said to me, you've got 2 ears, 1 mouth, use them in proportion. Okay? Listen with intent. Don't just go, yeah, because I'm listening because I want to get something out the other side. Really find out what they're trying to say to you. It's not just the communication and the words, it's actually how they say it, their facial gestures, what they do. Really get an understanding of what people do, and you can then start to use that in your conversations. My mum here, lovely shoes, put yourself in their shoes. One of the other most important skills for sales is empathy. Empathise with what they're going through, what's going on in their world at the moment. Because if you don't empathise with them, put yourself in their shoes. How are they feeling at the moment? If they're wandering around and talking to you, just think about what it is they're going through. Because empathy, especially when you come through to the next stage of the sales process, is hugely important. There you go. Be realistic as if there's a fit. I wish I was that slim again. Those trousers didn't work, no. But the point is, sometimes you have a conversation with someone, it's the worst thing you can do at an event to try and expect to do business. It may not be there's a fit. It may not be that you're just not right for them. That's okay. Yeah? You've got, in sales, we all know the term, you've got to kiss plenty of frogs to get a prince. The reality is, you've got to accept that some people aren't going to be right for you. And that's okay, but necessarily don't do it in a rude way, but just be able to say, look, by the sounds of things, what we do isn't right for you, but I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Just be polite about it. Agree next steps. If you do have a conversation with someone and you think, this is brilliant, I really love that there's something, agree what the next steps are. How's the best way for me to move things forward with you? Oh, give me a call next week, and okay, great. Have you got your diary there next Tuesday at 9 o'clock? Great, let's get it set up. Now, if it's a case where they want to move to that point, then do that. And agree next steps, but don't try and sell. People try and sell straight from the get-go to here. Sales takes a journey. It's about taking your prospects and the people you meet on a journey with you. Do not, sure, if someone comes to you and you sell a product on the day that you want to sell there and then great, go and do it. I'm not saying don't do it, but what I'm saying is you wouldn't try and marry someone on the first date, or would you? Bad question to ask, but you wouldn't try and well, I wouldn't say. I'm going to say, okay, I'm not going to say what I'm going to say. Some people would do certain things on the first date, but that's not me. But the point being is that you just want to move to the next stage, okay? And then the final thing is this: success is in the follow-up. Do what you said you would. So if you've actually engaged with someone and you've said, look, I'm really looking forward to speaking to you on Tuesday at 9, drop them an email afterwards and say, look, great to meet you at the show today. And by the way, I'm looking forward to speaking to you at 9. Here's my contact number and here's the things I'd love to talk about as part of that conversation. The follow-up comes in here. And what most, as Dave has said before, what most businesses do is they put all this investment into a show and then they don't do any of the follow-up activities afterwards. So we're going to talk about something that's going to help you with that as well. Here's things not to do. Not to look like on the 20th of November. Don't turn up looking like this. How many people, and I'm not saying I'm not Gok Wan, trust me, I'm definitely not. but don't look like a mess. You know, if you want to go and have a skinful, do it on the Friday after the event, not the night before, yeah? Because you know what, when we go and talk to someone and they're stinking of booze, how does it make us feel? It's like, ooh, I'm getting high. Just look your best. And that impression makes a difference for people. That first 7 or 8 seconds, look professional. And I'm not saying wear a suit and tie, but if you wear a suit and tie that suits your industry, wear that. If you wear commercial clothing, fine, but make sure that clothing looks good and is washed and looks decent. Because people will make an impression of you on what you look like. Don't look like you don't care. Yeah, another 6 hours to go on the stand, you know. It's like, do you know what, why would I go, why is someone going to do business with you? Why? People do business with people that are enthusiastic, that care, that really care about them. Your prospects and the people that are talking to you want you to care about them and what's happening in their world. So just look like you give a shit, even if you don't, yeah? Just care a little bit. Otherwise, you're like, oh, I have to do this. Don't talk at people. This is the one thing I see so many times, time and time again. I love this. But enough about me, let's talk about my job. You know, it's like, I'm just bored of people talking at me and do this on a regular basis at events. You think it's the right thing to do. Like I said in the dating, you wouldn't accept it if someone dated with you and started talking at you for 30 minutes. Don't just talk at the people that come to your stand. Get to know them, ask the right questions. And I'll share these slides afterwards so people can use them. But the point is, talking at people is going to like you to get to people saying, oh, can't wait to get rid of those guys. Don't judge them. Who remembers this? Anyone a Harry Enfield fan? Do you remember what this sketch was? One of my favourite ever sketches. If you search it on YouTube, it's brilliant. This is Stanley here. Yeah, Stanley. How many businesses you got in the West Midlands, you bastard? You know, the point was, he didn't like the fact that this guy owned the hotel he was sitting in. If you ever get a chance to watch it, the point being is he judged him because he looked poor. And the reality was, when he says to him, how many homes have you got? Which home do you want me to talk about? One in California, one here, or the hotel you're sitting in? The point being is, some of the wealthiest people, some of the people that have the biggest resources, sometimes don't show those elements. I've got a friend who's a multimillionaire who, trust me, is as tight as wax. he literally is just one of these people that doesn't, but he's very, very, very wealthy. The point is, don't judge them. Would you want to be judged if you went to their stand? No. My mum always said to me, treat people as the way you'd like to be treated yourself, and it's the same when it comes to sales. Don't try and judge them, even if they are that weird person that comes in. Just try and see if we can engage in a conversation and find out what's happening. Don't invade their space. Oh, it's great to meet you. And I was like, back off, let me be. And so many people try and do this. It's just wrong. It's just, you know, it just doesn't work. Give them their space to actually have the conversation with you so you can engage them in the right way. And I said, don't do this. Whose office looks like this? That's not my office, by the way, but don't lose their contact details. You can imagine it, can't you? How did the show go? Yeah, it was brilliant. We had 4 leads. Oh, where did I put the leads? It's in my jacket pocket. No, it's not. It's in the car. No, it's not. It's in the office. No, it's like a mess. And before you know it, that person that you've told you're going to call on Tuesday at 9, because that's where you've got the number, you don't know where it is. So don't lose their contact details in this myriad. If it means something to you, follow up, put it into a system that you can use. And one of the things I was going to say, I've offered to Dave, so I own a software company called InTouch CRM, and I've offered to Dave 3 months free. You can use the system completely free of charge, starting from today up until the end of December. All Southwest Business Expos do all their emails and their activity from InTouch. You have it completely free of charge. All you need to do is come to me at the end of the event. We'll give you details to Annabelle and Dave, and we'll get you set up an account. You can have it completely free of charge, literally free of charge, to send emails to say to you, thanks people very much for meeting you at the event last week. I really enjoyed it. It's really good to speak to you. You can use it for, I'm sure Bracken's going to talk about pre-event marketing. You can use it to pre-event market. Use it to, people may already have tools at the moment. If you have, great, use them. But the most important thing is do something with it. Use it as a CRM system. That's the reason why. If you store information, you can even have a little app on your phone, which is a little form where you can capture people's details that go straight into a system, so you don't have to worry about the business card being lost. Don't be in a position where you then have got phone numbers that you can't find and then you're letting someone down that you've talked to. So, hopefully I've given you a bit of an overview of what I think things you can do to be successful from a sales perspective. Build your network. These events are perfect for building your network, getting to meet people, getting to see people, getting to, you never know how something might affect you later on down the line. And believe in yourself, guys. At the end of the day, you're here, you've got a business. If you've got a business or as a salesperson or whatever it is, believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in what you do, who here would buy their own product? Well, that's good to see. I like it. Good. You should. You should be able to prepare to get your own credit card out now and buy your own product? You should, because if you don't believe it, why the hell should you expect someone else to? So believe in yourself and what you do, and have some fun. Sales is about fun. It's all about having a bit of fun, enjoying the day, making the most of it, having good ideas, sharing them with people, sharing questions, getting to know people. And this is the bit I talk about. You know, I was talking to people earlier on about sales wins. Who's won a sales bit of business recently? There you go, loads of hands. Brilliant. How does it make you feel? Amazing, yeah? It's like, it's the biggest. Okay, it's my dating model, it's not quite, I'm not going to go that, but it's a great feeling when you have a sale, yeah? It's better than no feeling ever in the world, nearly. But the point being is this, it's celebrate that win, celebrate success. I call it my Serena moments. What is it that makes you go, yes, get in there? Makes you feel 10 foot tall. And we do that by getting it done in the right way. So thank you very much for not doing this. You've been fantastic this morning. I hope it's been useful. I'm around all morning if you have any questions, if I can help you. Again, search James White Sales. I've got a YouTube channel with there's 100 videos. Have a look. Do whatever you need to do to get success at the show, provided you don't streak. Leave that for Dave. But thanks very much for listening. Enjoy the rest of the day. So there we go. There was the event. It was a great event. 120 people in the room. They loved the ideas I was sharing around building their business and doing sales in the right way. Sales is not a difficult thing, but if you do it in the wrong way, it certainly can be. But follow the advice and guidance I give, and I can assure you it's going to help you get sales in on a consistent basis and enable you and your business to win and get sales fit. Thanks for watching the video. If you love the video and love the content I share, please share it with others, subscribe to the channel and make sure you get an updated video every Saturday morning. Subscribe to my Saturday sales tips where there's great advice and guidance on how you can get better sales results. I'm here to help you win, to help you do more, and to get better business results through closing more sales and through winning more business. Make it happen, take your business to where you want it to be, make the change now, and let's make sure we get you to where you know you can be and where you really want to be and deserve to be.